Hey, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody.
Happy New Year.
Who is it? Kay? Kay is here already. Happy New Year, Kay.
Okay.
Has the first day of New Year been good to you, Kay?
Oh, y'all. How was
Thank
your
you.
day today?
Thank you, Kay.
How was your day
Kay
today?
said, Kay said the first day of New Year has been great to her.
Mine been good too. I've been sleepy, y'all. I've been sleeping all day. I've been sleeping all day. Hey, Angela.
Me too.
Happy New Year. I've been sleeping all damn day. Because last night, let me tell you something. When you old and you do something against your routine, you be so tired, it don't even make sense. And last night, me and Tremel went to a celebration of life. When I
Yeah.
tell y'all, I came home, I got undressed, I laid down, and the next thing I know, I woke up at like 8 o'clock this morning. It was just, oh, because yesterday we did a lot. We did a whole lot.
Yeah, we did. We were
We did
out.
more than we
We were
expected to
out.
do.
We were out all day yesterday. And I was like, when you got up this morning out yesterday morning, I was like, come on, Joseph. I said, let's get dressed and
Let's
go
do it
out.
now.
Uh, I
Not
was like, let's go out and do what we got to do so we can come back in the house.
We only didn't do one thing Tremel wanted to do, but I think we should do that early in the daytime
Yeah.
instead of like in the afternoon.
Hmm.
But other than that, I wanted to tell him so bad, Tremel, leave me alone.
Hey,
Leave me
Angela.
alone. But
Happy New Year, Angela.
we got up and we did what we had to do. We went where we had to go,
Hmm. And we came back home. And
and
we
we
came
came
back
back
home at a
home.
decent time.
It was like 1 o'clock.
Yeah, we came home at 1 o'clock and we got here and we just
But we
we're
knew,
preparing for going out. And that's
right,
the thing, we're not accustomed to going out to functions and parties and things like that. And I think just the mere well, I mean, getting ready for it wasn't nothing. I mean, because I
no.
got the shower, got dressed, and that was it. It's just the mere going to the function, because I ain't gonna lie to you, Joseph. I got a confession to make.
What?
No shade, but when I got there to the function,
Mhm.
I was ready to go home after I ate.
Child, I was
I
tired. I
was. I was
wanted to
ready to
go
go
to
home.
sleep.
Yes, I was ready to go home after I ate because I'm so accustomed to coming home and just relaxing,
Right.
And so, you know, us being out yesterday,
Was a lot.
it was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, we
Because
had
we
and
ain't
we had a
used to
good
doing
time.
it. Right.
We had a good
I
time.
had a really good time.
Yeah, but we just have to. I guess we got to get back into the swing of things,
Right. Hey, Monte.
because we will be invited out to places. We have been invited out to places,
Hey, Betty. Hey,
um,
Melissa.
and have not answered people back
Or
simply
not have gone.
because we're like, Shamel, do you really want to go to this thing? Uh, and I'll be thinking, I'm gonna be on went in the corner and went to sleep. You see me dozing
Hey,
off
Trisha.
at
Happy New Year. All that.
yesterday.
Wait a minute, Tramel. Pause. 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 Look at who just entered the chat.
Oh,
Harriet Tubman.
oh, hey,
We ain't seen Harriet in a bunch of Sundays, honey.
oh,
Hey, Margie.
hey, Harriet. Oh God, welcome back, Harriet. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to everybody that just came into the chat. But y'all don't
Yes,
understand. Harriet was one of our day ones, honey.
yes.
And Harriet, then she started popping in and out. And just for me seeing her name, I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
I
well, I
love
know
it.
she went back to work a while ago, and she
Right.
told us, that she went
But
back to work and her
but you
schedule was
know
gonna be
what I'll
busy.
always remember Harriet for? The video where you dropped Jomel and she
Oh
heard it in
yeah,
the video. She heard Jomel hit the
yes,
floor
yes, 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 yes,
and she thought that was the funniest thing. That's how
yes.
I always remember Harriet Tubman.
She sure
Always.
did, sure did. Welcome back, Harriet. Welcome back. I hope you stay. I hope you're able to stay. Um,
Well, Harriet, I'm so glad for you. I'm happy for you. I'm so glad God blessed you with that. I'm so happy for you. You don't understand. I love it when I hear good news from people in our
yes,
channel.
I do, and I
And
love.
Trisha was happy because we made some oxtails.
Oh yeah, we made some oxtails, girl. Let me tell you something.
Hey, Queen
And that's what
Ronnie.
I got to talk about too. I got to talk about the food today. I was like, is it is it fair to say that our New Year's Day dinner was ruined, or was it good? I think it was good. I don't
Why
think it
would
was
you think it
ruined
was rude?
because we really didn't eat
We
a
I
whole
haven't
meal
eaten a whole
together.
lot. I've been picking at them
Yeah,
oxtails
we've been picking.
and that cornbread because that cornbread is
Yes,
giving me life, honey. I don't know what you did to it, but that cornbread is giving me life.
thank you.
And in between picking at the oxtails and eating the cornbread, I'm like not really
Yeah,
hungry.
I just been going and getting what I wanted. Getting
Right.
what I wanted and
We
eating, and
ain't even
that's
take the
really it.
pork. We ain't even taste the pork.
I know I'm child. I can't wait to taste that.
Right.
But we really just been going in the kitchen and getting what we wanted to eat, and just that be it.
Right.
As
We
far
haven't
as
sat
dinner,
down
we didn't
and
say, okay, well, dinner is ready, and we're gonna make a whole plate.
right, which is what we normally do on holidays and our birthdays and stuff.
Hmm.
But today was just like I don't know why I was so exhausted, but I know why because I went out last night and then by the time we got home because we went with a friend because I didn't feel like driving that far because the person lives where I used to live when I first lived here. So when I found out the address, I was like, "Oh, child, I'm not driving that far, Tramel."
Mm.
So I asked my other friend, "Could me and Tramel go with him?" And he was like, "Of course you can." So we went with him, and we got back to his house at like 11:58. So me and Tramel sat in the parking lot till midnight, so we could kiss each other and say Happy New Year.
Hmm.
And then we drove home and got home at around like 12:30 ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I bet.
12:30. And when I tell y'all, I just got undressed, was in my drawers, and laid on
Yeah,
the
in
bed
the bed.
and
Yes.
took that beautiful warm robe and covered myself up. And the next thing I know, I swear, I woke up. It was like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. I was
Hmm.
out like a light.
Yeah.
I fell asleep while he was driving home because he was driving home, and I was like, "Ooh, this is the way I used to go to work." And as soon as he passed the exit, I got off the highway for work. I went right to sleep, and then I woke up like right when we was by his house.
Hmm.
But it was a lot. Like doing what we did last night was a
It was a
lot because
lot,
we don't do it.
and we weren't out that long, really.
And I think if we wouldn't have went out earlier, we wouldn't have been as worn out as we were.
Right. Right.
I think because we went out earlier, that's
Hmm.
why we were so worn out because we ain't used to going out, doing a bunch of stuff, and then coming home, and then going out again.
Yeah, but the event was nice.
Yes,
Everybody was so friendly and nice, and they spoke, and they spoke with the person that we were celebrating, and
I have a question to
it's a
ask
lot.
you too.
Listen, it was, and then our friend who was having a celebration for his husband. I'm sure it was a lot for him, and me meeting him for the first time, knowing that he was a very good friend of Joseph's at one time. I wanted to make a good impression. And being that he lost his husband, I wanted to give him a big hug,
And you
and just
did.
say, I just wanted him to feel okay. Yesterday, I wanted him to feel okay. It was important for me to make sure that he was okay. And that's why I gave him the biggest hug that I could give him, And I told him, I said, "Come on, man, give me a big hug." And because he was holding back, and
Because
he,
he's not emotional at all.
yeah, and he gave me a big hug, and that was that. And he had this beautiful smile on his face, and But
child. And then, his sister came and told me and my other friend, she was like, he needs y'all right now. Y'all need to make him
yeah,
laugh. And we started reminiscing about
I
old
thought that was
times.
so noble of her. And you know what what she did, it really fixed the situation because soon as
He,
y'all all three came in the room and started reminiscing with each other, he was so relaxed and laid back.
hmm
Y'all was able to sit and talk about the things that y'all did when y'all were younger and stuff. It was really nice. It was funny hearing all this stuff, but at the same time,
but you
it
knew
was
most of it
nice.
because I
Yeah.
told you.
Mm-hmm.
And I was laughing because how you tell somebody something and they be like, okay, whatever. Because you kind of think it's a little far fetched. But last night with Tramel heard them say the same stories I told him verbatim.
Yeah, I was like, oh,
He was like,
really?
y'all was a mess.
Yeah, I was. I was.
And then I know you were shocked about Lance, wasn't you?
Uh-huh.
Because you seen him and he's just been nice and quiet
Yeah,
and
Lance is always nice and quiet and stuff like that. But then I sat there and what when y'all was saying stuff that Lance would do, and he would say, I was like, Lance? Oh no, 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 not my Lance.
yes,
But
but
what questions did you have there?
oh no, because you always say you always pray that I have good friends and nice friends,
Mm-hmm. I do.
but I tell you, I have the people that I keep in my circle. It's a small circle because I used to have a large circle.
Mm-hmm.
But I narrowed my circle down to the few people, my friends that you've met, and they all live out here,
Mm-hmm.
actually, except for one. Well, two,
Really? All of them?
except for two. Lance live out here, Camille live out here, Dell live out here, and the only two that don't are Omar and Dion.
Yeah, but the thing I've always heard from you for so long is Tramel, I've had great friends, and to actually see them and meet them now, I'm like, I'm just so happy that you have reconnected with your good friends.
Right, because the people that I
Good
keep in
friends are
my
hard to
life
find.
are really good friends. It's not no okie doke people. I've had a lot of people I considered friends,
Hmm.
and they really weren't friends.
Right.
So
But these people that you've introduced me to, they they take I take them to be
thank you,
like really
Harriet.
good friends of you
I
of
just
yours.
saw that. Thank you.
Thank you, Harriet.
But yeah. Hey, Carol. Let me tell you, that crock pot came right on time yesterday
It
because them
sure did.
oxtails was banging.
Because let me tell you something. Joseph had just got finished saying, we had said we went to the grocery store and we were like debating what we were going to eat, what kind of meat we were going to get. I was like, well, maybe we'll get some oxtails, Joe. He was like, Sherelle, he said, we get the oxtails, we have to start cooking, we have to slow cook them on the stove. And I said, yeah, I said, that's no problem. I ain't got no problem with that. I said, you got a problem with you? You was like, no. And just when you said that, the next day, we got the crock pot in the mail. And I was like,
No, and we brought the oxtails,
yeah, we have
and
bought.
I said I'll just get up early in the morning and put them in the pot
Right,
and just
right,
let them, cook all
right. That
day.
was that was your intention.
And the
But
next
then,
thing I know, here come Tramel running in the room talking about Papa, Papa, look what we just got. I didn't even hear nobody at the door. He was like, "Look what we just got," and I'm like, "What?" And
I
I
was saying you were just saying that we needed a crock pot.
right
And it came right then and there. And we were so grateful
because I
for
put
it.
it to good use.
Yeah, we were so grateful. And we got some financial donations,
Yes, we
didn't
did,
we? And thank you for those of you that sent us cash apps. We appreciate it.
and thank you for the blender.
Yes, and I don't know who sent the blender,
Um,
but
if
that is my best
I
friend.
hope I'm saying her name right. I normally do, Tylonia.
The blender is my best friend.
I told her, I said, Tramel ain't stopped using that blender since
I've
he
not.
plugged
I
it
have
up.
not. I made today, yesterday. I made me some Hawaiian punch. I made me a Hawaiian punch slushy, and today I made me um, a eggnog drink in the blender. I took some eggnog with some Southern Comfort and a little bit of Ciroc.
Now you know what I want to do? I want to mix that margarita mix and blend it with some ice.
Okay.
Cause then you
Yeah,
got frozen
that was gonna be my
margarita.
next thing. I mixed me some Ciroc and Southern Comfort and
Eggnog.
eggnog together, and that was great. And then I was gonna do today. I was gonna do margaritas. I was gonna do the salt rim and everything.
Oh, then you would have had me. The eggnog, I
Yeah, I know
wanted,
you
but
would
I
love the
just was
margarita.
like,
And then I'm gonna do the margarita mix, the margarita
that's in the
drink.
fridge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because that'll go good over ice.
exactly. Ooh, blend it up with some ice,
Uh-huh.
child. Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
and just like a little splash
Yes,
of
that
that
margarita. Yes, it will go good.
ENJ or
Mm.
that Ciroc, honey.
Yes, it
Just a
go
little
good. Yes,
splash.
really, really good. So, thank you guys that sent the different things that you sent. We appreciate it so much, and we will cherish it. And every time we use it, we will think of you. Most definitely, think of you every time we get an opportunity to use it. Which for me is going to be great because I love me some iced coffee. I can make me some iced coffee drinks in the mixer. I can, oh God, there's so many different things that I can do with it.
Harriet said, Tramel, you are breaking this up. Joseph, LOL. See,
Mm.
she remember all our lives.
Mm. I got to get me some flavors. The flavor syrups.
Uh-huh.
I got to get some of those for my iced coffee. Oh, I'm so excited.
He been using that blender since we got
Since we
it.
got it, I took it out the box.
And
Soon as
blended some ice
I
and
sure
sat there and
did.
ate his little ice with his spoon in his
I
cup.
sure did. I made me some slushy ice, and I sat there and ate it. Oh, it was so delicious. It was so good.
Yes, but thank you guys for sending us those things. They really came right on time. I know some more stuff is supposed to come, so I'll be looking out for that um this week. I don't know when it's gonna
Oh, it's
come.
more stuff coming.
Your robe, somebody ordered your robe for you.
Oh, really?
Somebody ordered us two
Well,
coffee
thank you.
cups that have lids.
Mm,
Two ceramic coffee cups that have ceramic lids, and somebody
really?
ordered us a pair of sheets for the bed.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know who ordered them yet. Hopefully, there's a thank you message in there because that's how I figured out who sent the crock pot. Because Tramel didn't throw away the box, and I saw two pieces of paper in there, and then I saw the thank you note. But the blender came just in the blender box, so there
Mm-hmm.
was nowhere to put a thank you note.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't know until she thank you. Thank you, Harriet. We got the 1800, but it ain't mango Queen Brownie. We got the 1800. It's just the regular
No,
margarita.
well, actually, it's pineapple.
Oh, it's pineapple. Okay, it's
Mm-hmm.
pineapple, and it seems good. And
Yes, our good friends Lips and the Legion gave us a bottle of 1800 on my birthday.
yes, for your birthday.
Yes, and we're gonna mix that up next. We're gonna have some margaritas.
Harriet says she's living for the blonde with length and fashion king Tremel.
The blonde, what? My
My
blonde hair.
hair.
Oh, you're blonde. Okay, yeah. I'm so glad that you made the decision to keep your hair because I remember you're gonna cut it all
Well, I told you why I didn't cut it off. Because
off.
my
Right,
hair changed texture
and you were
completely.
wrong. Look at it.
No, it did. My hair never used to be like this.
It's
I would
like
have to
nice and
put
soft.
like a S curl or something in it for my hair to be like this, and
Mm-hmm.
then it still wouldn't be this soft. And it just changed textures on me. So when I go bald now and it grows spiky, and I hate that. I'm like, oh, child, no.
Okay.
So the blonde hides this right here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I like it half
Yeah.
blonde and half black,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna let you do it again. Dye it again because it'll cover this up, and you can't really see it.
Tawani Penn says, I won't tell you what I ordered, but I definitely left a note.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we'll get your note. And thank you, Betty Yellock, for being such a great mod and putting everything in the comment section that we need. Yes, make sure that you hit the like button when you come in. And make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. It's free to subscribe, guys. So subscribe to our channel. Um,
And thank you, Harriet. You know what? My hair,
it's so nice and
I
curly.
used to have, and
His
my
hair,
hair used to be just like a black man's hair normally is.
it was
And my
coarse.
cousins had like hair like my grandmother, which is hair that was like a white person. And all my boy cousins, me and my sister were like the only two that had coarse black hair. And I mean, it was just one day because I started just doing a
As you
bald
got
head.
older,
And then one day I let my hair grow and I was like, what the hell is this? My hair was just straight as it wanted to be and soft. And I'm like, straight, because Tremel was like, he wanted to see me with my hair. He said, he begged me. He was like, please don't cut it. Please don't cut it. And I was like, okay. And as it's growing, I'm like, why is my hair so soft and
it
so
looks so nice.
straight?
Yeah, it is. It's soft.
And
His
when I
hair.
put water to it and it just slicked back, and I was like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
And then I noticed like all the hair on my body started falling off. The hair under my arms, the hair on my legs, the hair on my arms, under my arms. And I'm like, what the hell? And then all of a sudden my hair just completely changed to this straight white people hair. And then I noticed, I said, well, let me try, because Tremel, you know him, y'all. Y'all know Tremel will do him a hairstyle in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So he had some mousse in the bathroom. So I just took some mousse and put it in my hair, and it curled on up and laid. I was like, oh, wait a minute now. I used to have to pay for this back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have to buy a box or something to you
Right.
got more
Get you a
packages.
texturizer or something.
Okay, Carol, we got more packages coming. Okay, thank you.
Carol said, got you guys. So your food can be ready
When we
when
get
you
home from dialysis.
Yeah, thank you so
And
much.
she said we got
It
more
does.
packages coming from
It
her.
does make it more convenient for us to have, different appliances so that we can prepare our food. And when we get home, it'll be ready for us to eat.
Right.
Because eating for us is very, very important with the dialysis. Our nutritionists constantly tell us, Tremel and Joseph, you have to eat constantly. You have to be consistent with your diet, which we are really, really trying to do these days, is be very consistent with our diet
Right.
by eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I can't. I'm still struggling to get Joseph to eat breakfast because he's like, I'm like, Joseph, you want some sausage?
See, I'm like
You want?
for me breakfast. That's why I told you about them bagels and the muffins.
Mm-hmm.
Because I could do a bagel, I could do a muffin. And the only real reason why I haven't done them is because we didn't until we brought the butter, because there was no way for
Right.
me to toast it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a I
It's like breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and so I try to make it as fulfilling as possible. Like, by having eggs and bacon and sausage and stuff like that. Um, and yeah, Joseph is just not a big breakfast
no
person.
child. Give me a donut, give me a bagel, a muffin,
So
and I'm good. And some coffee.
I've been trying to find out what works with him. If the bagels work, then I'll continue to get the bagels.
And
You
see, I
know.
have to eat breakfast because with this new medicine they gave me to keep my blood pressure from dropping, it says I need to eat. And I had a nurse tell me a long time ago, if your medicine says you need to eat, you need to eat because the food is helping transport the medicine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
child. So
So
I try, but a lot of times I just take the medicine and keep it moving. But tomorrow, I gotta we gotta stop before we get to dialysis because I gotta pick it up.
oh, right, right,
Because if
okay.
I don't want to be passing out and shit.
Right, right.
I know, Harriet. I know breakfast is very important,
It
but
is. It's
I'm
very,
just
very
so not a
important.
breakfast person.
Yeah, he's so not a breakfast person. I'm like, Joseph, you got to eat breakfast.
Like when I
But
went
I'm
on this
getting him to do it. He's doing it.
when I went on this liquid diet before, I realized that I could go without breakfast and I could go without dinner. But lunch, for some reason, the afternoon, I'm starving. Like that's when I would eat my biggest meal of the day. But I could go without breakfast, and at dinner time, I could pick for real. And with the amount of weight I lost lately, I'm trying because I was telling my sister today. I was like, the problem was Tramel wasn't really eating, and I should have known that he needed to be on dialysis before he started swelling up because that's what happened with me. Before I got on dialysis, I wasn't eating, but at the same time, I was on a liquid diet. So I'm thinking the diet is really working. Like, ooh, this diet is turning me. I'm doing it, but it was really because my kidneys was jacked. So I started eating like he ate. Tramel would eat like just a little bit of something here and there, and I was eating a little bit of something here and there. And the next thing you know, I'm losing weight. And then when I had the hernia surgery, I didn't eat for 2 weeks because I couldn't. I mean, I could eat, but it just I was throwing it back up. So it was like, why bother? So I really didn't even bother to eat for
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks. And then when I just went in the hospital, when we got down here, the food was nasty. Because I keep telling Jamel, I don't even remember eating when I was in the hospital because I just kept telling them, bring me ice, bring me ice. I was eating ice like it was steak. And the next thing, Tramel's like, you lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, really? And he was like, you lost a lot of weight. And I'm like, because I told y'all that they pumped me so full of fluid when they did the surgery, my stomach was protruding like I was pregnant, just on the left side. But dialysis were able to drain me so much that now I'm like, oh my God, Tramella's right. I lost a lot of weight. And when we went to Burlington and I tried on the extra large and it fit, I was like, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't been
Mm-hmm.
in the extra large since I was 10 years old.
Mm-hmm.
It was still a little
Which
tight
is now
for
the
my
reason
liking, but
it's even more than ever. It's
hey,
important
William.
for both of us to eat, based on our weight. Because Joseph, you have,
I
and that's
lost
what
a
I keep on
lot of
having to
weight.
remind Joseph is that Joseph, you've lost a phenomenal amount of weight. Because sometimes he looks at it like yesterday. He looked at me. He was like, Tramel, you see this big bump on my back? I said, Papa, that's your back.
No, it was my
That's your
fault.
back. And I'm like, Joseph, your body is changing. And his body is changing so much, has changed so much since the weight loss. And I'm like, Joseph, you're my size now, but you're 4 inches taller than me, but you're still my size now. So it's important for us to eat properly. We have to eat our breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Like we probably could literally wear each other's clothes now.
Yeah, we could.
Because you what are like a third? Because Tramel now he eats like, oh my God, like there's no
Yeah,
tomorrow.
I'm a 36. I'm a 36 waist
He's a
now.
36 and I'm a 38, and I know I could get in a 36 if I really wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I don't want them tight, super tight. But I know
Mm-hmm.
because even 38s, I could put them on, button them, and if I wanted to take them off, just pull them down. Cause y'all know I ain't never had no pot roast, child. So there ain't no pot roast in the back to keep the pants up. So if I button a 38, I could just literally, like right now, I have on a pair of 38 jeans. And if I want to take them off, all I got to do is pull them down and they'll
Mm-hmm.
come right off. I don't have to open them, I don't have to unzip them. So I'm like, really, I'm a 36. But I know if I buy a 36, it's going to be a little too tight. And I was like, well, they're going to fit perfectly. I like the way 38s fit because they don't like, they're not skinny jeans on me unless they are like skinny jeans stretch, then they'll hug my thighs and stuff like that. But I don't mind in a 38, but a 36 would, for me would be too tight. And sometimes me and Tremel be laughing because I'm like, you got on my pants. He's like, these are not your pants. I'm like, yes, they are. You got on my pants. And then he'll be like, look, I look at the side because it's really to the point we have to look at the side to make sure we ain't wearing each other's clothes. Like yesterday when I was getting ready, he gave me a pair of boxes to put on, and I'm in my head. I'm going, these his boxes, but I said, you know what? Let me just try and see. And I put them on, and I was like, oh, okay,
Mm-hmm.
with no problem. Because I started telling him these ain't mine, these yours. But I was like, you know what? Let me just test the waters and see.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. But when you fat all your life, unless you see like my stomach is still big because of the hernia surgery and I still have extra fluid in me. So, I'm hoping I didn't do too much damage over the weekend where they can't drain me and drain me and drain me and drain me because they can't just take a whole lot at one time because that's
Mm-hmm.
bad. You could catch a heart attack with that. But I'm hoping I didn't do too much damage over the weekend. And tomorrow they can get me back down, and then the next day they could get me even further down, and the next day they could get me even further down.
Mm-hmm.
But I just don't want to push the envelope at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Cause honey, if you ain't never had a cramp till you had a dialysis cramp, they are not fun.
Yes. And y'all, y'all see the new logo is here. The new thumbnail. Join us for coffee and inspiration. That's the McRae Coffee with the Kings logo. So tomorrow will be our official launch of the McRae Coffee with the Kings. We're gonna drop a video. It'll probably be around 11 o'clock. Hopefully, we'll be able to drop it around 11 o'clock. But it's based. It depends on YouTube. You know, when you upload videos, they really scan them to make sure that they're appropriate and stuff like that. So it may be between the hours of 11:30 and 1 p.m.
I'll tell you a
that
way
the
around
video
that.
will drop
I'll tell
on
you a way
tomorrow.
around that so they could always drop at 11 o'clock.
Okay, but yes, between 11:30 and 1, we would drop our Coffee with the Kings video every day. I'm sorry about that, guys.
Can y'all hear us now?
They should be able to hear us here.
Yeah. My bad, y'all.
Sorry, a little technical difficulty from production. But as I was saying, Coffee with the Kings is going to be a variety of different things. Not only will we be doing inspiration, we will be doing a plethora of things on Coffee with the Kings. You'll get some cooking. You might get us out on location somewhere.
Some celebrity
Yeah,
news.
some celebrity news.
What's going on in the
Yeah,
world.
we'll be talking about what's going on in the world.
It'll be completely different from
Yeah,
Pillow Talk.
it's totally different from Pillow Talk. Yes,
Hey, Miss
yes.
Southern Girl, Happy New Year to you too.
Yes, Happy New Year, Southern Girl.
Yes, well,
Yes,
last
and
night.
this is the first year with her and her husband celebrating New Year's together. Am I right?
No, you
It's not.
talking about somebody else.
Oh, okay.
Um, Last night it was scary because you didn't know. Well, you could tell if you really paid attention. The gunshots from the fireworks.
Oh God, that was scaring me to death. People were busting off gunshots. I mean, the fireworks weren't really that scary, but people were like shooting up their guns and stuff. I was like, oh God, I hope they're shooting them in the air and not, at people.
Right. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all.
Yep. So that's what New Year's Day has been like for Joseph and I. Oh, and good news. Oh, I got some really good news for you guys. I got a call today, and this lady, she said, "This is the sergeant from the hospital." And I said, "Oh, hi, how are you?" She said, "Mr. McRae, we've located your clothes." So I got all my clothes back that were lost in the hospital. It seems as though they had placed them in a bag and set them in a nurse's station, and they were sitting under someone's desk all this time. So I got all of my clothes back from the hospital, which was really great because I was so mad that my jacket was gone, especially because the jacket cost me a lot of money. And the I got my sneakers back. I got everything back, my t-shirts, everything back, and I'm so grateful for that. I really am. I'm so grateful because I didn't think they were ever going to find it. And I said that to her. I said to the sergeant, I said, I didn't think you guys were ever going to find my clothes. She said, oh, well, we were looking, and we were looking hard, and we found them, and they did. They found my clothes. Thank you. I'm so glad. Thank you to the hospital, Emory Hospital, in Decatur, for finding my clothes. I really do appreciate that.
Yes. Whew. You gonna tell them what happened to you last night at the gas station?
Ooh, child, it was a hot mess. Let me tell y'all, we was on our way to the celebration of life's, function that we were going to, and guys, y'all know I wear dentures. I ain't try, ain't no secret in that. I told y'all I wear dentures. So I'm sitting there in the gas station, and damn teeth. And I was like, I can't find my teeth. And I'm looking all over. I said, well, maybe they fell, or out the pocket and under the seat. So I'm like looking and searching all under the seat, y'all. Let me tell y'all something. When I can't find my teeth, I goes into frenzy mode, and that's what I did. I went into a frenzy mode, and I was like, I'll be damned. I said, Joseph, I said, do you think they fell when we were at the gas station getting gas? You think they fell on the ground? And he was like, I don't know, Jamel. He was like, you want me to drive back? And we had already had driven like halfway to where we would need to go. And I was like, yes, turn around. And Joseph graciously turned around, and we got back to the gas station. And what was sitting on the ground,
Right where I was parked getting gas.
right when we got gas, nobody even thought to look or anything like that, and was sitting on the ground.
But what
My
added
teeth.
insult to injury was as soon as I pulled in, there was a car and
They
they
just
were
pulled
driving
off.
away, and I was like, "Please don't roll over them teeth."
Mm.
Melissa, the sound should have came back.
Thank God nobody didn't roll over them or nothing, but they were right there, and I was able to go and snatch them and pick them up and bring them back, and I got my teeth out because I was thinking on the way,
They missed. They
Lord.
said they missed the beginning, so he had took them out and he sat him on a piece of paper towel on the door. You know how like the door have a little notch in it where you can grab it and close it, and he did that. So when he came, he went inside to pay for the gas. So when he went inside to pay for the gas, when he opened the door, I heard something hit the ground. But I figured, well, if I heard it, if it was something from us, he picked it up. But I should know my husband well enough to say, Tramel, something fell on the floor. Because Tramel will get out of the car, his phone will hit the ground. He don't be paying no mind, and I'm honking him like, "Come back and get your phone. It's on the ground." And I should have said what fell, and then he would have looked and known. But child, when he decided to look for them, I was like, I didn't even realize I was that far away from the gas station until I was driving back. I'm like, well, damn, how I wasn't going this fast. I wasn't going fast. So how far away was I? So when we got there, as soon as I pulled into the gas station, I see the Chief sitting in the same spot I put my gas where I was sitting to put gas. I'm like, Trinell, they go your teeth right there. And he said, "You." I said, "Look, they right there. They sitting right there." And the next thing I know, the person had drove in the opposite direction because their gas thing must have been on the right, but mine is on the left. So the teeth is sitting there, and I'm like, "Oh God!" They started pulling off. I was like, "Oh, please don't roll over his teeth, child," and they didn't. And I was like, "Oh my God." Because I felt bad for him. That's why I turned around with no nothing, with no hesitation. Because I'm like, we going to a function where he's meeting new people for the first time, and
I need my teeth.
he needed his teeth, and I'm like, no, let me go back and let me, fix this right away. So I did. I was happy. So when we got to my friend's house, I said, "Bitch, I need you to boil some water as hot as you possibly can. Put it in one of them red solo cups, but just fill it halfway." I was like, or enough so that your hand don't get burned carrying the cup. So he was like, "Okay." I said, "Cause I'm on my way." Cause I had to call him and let him know what was taking me so long. Cause we only lived 20 minutes apart. My friend that we went with. So I was like, "Oh, I had to turn back around. We had a situation. I had to turn back around. Yada yada yada." So he gave Tramel his hot water, and Tramel let him sit in there. And then he had a bottle of water anyway that he could rinse him off. But I was just glad that he that they were there. I was just glad that they were there.
You was glad that they was there, child. I was glad they was there. I was elated, honey. I was so glad because I was thinking on the way back to get them. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to the dentist. I'm gonna have to get fitted. Then they're gonna have to get me some new dentures. That's gonna take this long, and this is gonna take that long. And I don't know, God, I'm gonna have to go all this time without teeth. And how am I going to do that?
But
Oh
see,
no.
for me, it was just the trauma of last night meeting my friend. Because
Yeah.
see, for me, anything else was very, you can put on a mask if you're in the stores or whatever, so nobody will really even know. But for me, it was that you meeting my friends for the first time, and I know you're gonna be real uncomfortable.
Right.
So if them teeth wasn't there, I was about to call my friend and say, "Bitch, emergency happened. We can't come."
Right.
So I was already prepared for that if they wasn't there,
Mm-hmm.
because we clearly knew they wasn't in the car. Because he tore that car apart, honey. He tore that car apart.
Yes, I would have been too through though. But I'm glad I found my teeth and Here I go. Okay. Yeah, guys. What I was saying is, it doesn't matter where you were for New Year's, whether you were in your car, whether you were, out on the road. New Year's is gonna take place, and so you just say Happy New Year, and that's it.
Right.
hmm Still has the same meaning, regardless whether you catch it at 12 midnight or you catch it at 12:01 or 12:05. It still has the same meaning. So don't think you missed anything if you weren't at the place that you wanted to be, the designated place that you wanted to be. Sometimes the Lord just don't work out like that.
Right.
Sometimes the Lord, hey, you on the road, you be in a big old traffic jam. Sometimes the Lord, hey, you on the road and you just be on the road. You don't make
That's
it
what we
home in
did.
time, or
We
you don't
got
make
back
it
to
to
the
where.
car at 11:58, and we sat there. I was like, babe, I'm sitting here till midnight so I can get
Mm-hmm.
my New Year's Eve kiss.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat there for the 2 minutes, and we kissed. And like he said, I said a little prayer in my head. He said a little prayer in his head, and then I took off and came home, child.
Mm-hmm.
Came home.
And got undressed and went to sleep.
I sure did. Sure did. Like it was not even as soon as my
It
head hit the
wasn't, and it
pillow
wasn't bothered.
and was unbothered and slept good too.
Yeah, I did. I slept real good today.
I slept good and I've been sleeping on and off all day today. And then I made some coffee because I was like, oh, I want some coffee. And I was like, why am I doing this when I know I got to go to dialysis in the morning? But I'm like, child, with the way I feel, I can put my head right back on that pillow and be knocked out all over again. Like nothing happened. Like I didn't sleep all day today. I could be knocked out all over again. So I wasn't too much bothered by it because I was like, child, I'm an old man now.
Oh, these little blueberry muffins are to die for.
Stay out of my muffins. Because I know the next thing I look, they'll all be gone.
They are
And then
so
them little
good.
nasty ass lemon ones you gotta be sitting there. You know I don't
I
like
done
lemon.
finished this one over here.
You know I don't like lemon.
Yeah.
So it ain't to share.
Well,
I mean, I don't mind having one muffin.
I'll let you try one of these muffins at Jokes
No,
World.
honey. What you need? No, I ain't even gonna tell you what you need to do.
Well, I just want to see what it tastes like.
No, I ain't even gonna tell you what you need to do. What you need to do is put some butter in that flat pan
Mm-hmm.
and break it and put the top piece and bottom piece on that thing and let it get a little toasty and put a little
Oh,
jelly
see,
on
that's
that
too much to
bitch.
me because if
Woo.
I end up liking it, then you ain't gonna have a
Oh,
muffin
honey,
left.
you gonna end up liking it. That's why I said I'm not telling you, but I told you anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gonna carry your little self right over to Walmart and get me some more muffins. That's what you gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
That y'all still in the chat? Cause y'all ain't talking like you normally do. I want to know what some of y'all did last night.
Yeah, what y'all do for New Year's Eve?
I want to know what some of y'all did
Was
last
y'all
night.
at home? Where was you at?
Oh, wait a minute before y'all can type what y'all did. But happy birthday, Lips. Hope you enjoyed your birthday today.
Yes, we have to say a special happy birthday to our friend and our personal friend and friend to the McRae platform. Happy birthday. We want to send you a special birthday shout out. May the good Lord bless you real good. And may God bless you to see many more birthdays, Lips.
Yes, I went on a community post on our community wall and posted a picture of us two Lips
Yes,
and said happy birthday.
yes. I hope that you got everything that your heart desired today. Above all, I just hope that today was a beautiful day for you. I really do. It was my intention to call you today, but I had been cooking and in and out of just going to sleep that I never got around to calling you. So happy birthday to you and happy New Year. as well
To
to
you and
you,
hubby.
and the Lips family and the Lips Legion. Happy New Year to the Lips Legion. Um, thank you. We really appreciate you guys.
I know, Carol. It's Streamyard. It's Streamyard is messed up.
Your StreamYard's giving me a little problem tonight. I don't know why, but
Streamyard is giving us a problem tonight, but it is what it is.
yeah, we still gonna give you something.
We gotta give you something, even though it's messing up.
Yes, but anyway, guys, we're about to wrap it up anyway. We want to again just remind you that Coffee with the Kings will be going we'll show up on tomorrow between the hours of 11:30 and 1 p.m. So look out for our new Coffee with the Kings show. Um,
You be
um,
coming up with these times that
well, I try to give people an estimate because I know that a lot of people that watch us are of the working class and they work between the hours of 9 and 5. A lot of people watch us on their lunch breaks. Some people watch us, even while they're at home on their lunch breaks or, they're just at home. So I just try to give people an estimate of when we'll be on or when they
no,
can
I be
expect
laughing because you
to.
tell people to watch us on Pillow Talk every night at 10:30. I'm like, we don't never come on at 10:30. It's 10:45.
Yes, I always say 10:30. I don't know why. It's just that's just the way it is. But yes, join us tomorrow for Coffee with the Kings, 2023. That's our new um shows. And like I said, they will air between the hours of 11:30 and 1 p.m. You know, also again, guys, you make sure you're following us on all social media platforms. You can make comments on those platforms as well. You can send us messages on on those different media outlets as well. We're on Snapchat, we're on Facebook, we're
TikTok,
on TikTok and
Instagram.
Instagram, and we like to hear from you, especially on Instagram. You guys always leave us great messages on Instagram, so keep those comments on Instagram coming, please. Also, don't forget to go to the McRae King's boutique where you get all of our merchandise. You'll see merchandise for Coffee with the Kings. You'll see merchandise from Dare to Be Different, which is our brother company, our big brother company, our production company. And there's a lot of great merch over there. Um, also, thank you again for donating. Thank you so much, guys, for donating to the McRae Kings platform. And the only thing I can say about that is please keep the donations coming. Please consider to be a financial blessing to the McRae Kings platform as we take that money that you send us and we put it back into our platform to help our platform grow. So the growth of the McRae Kings platform depends on you, in a sense.
Okay,
So
Craig, I see you with your pretty self.
thank you so much for the donations, and please keep the financial donations going. We really do appreciate them. Um, what else, Joseph?
That's basically it.
Yeah. If nobody's ever told you that they loved you, or if nobody told you that they love you today, know that the McRae Kings, we love you so much. We love, appreciate, and respect you so much. And there's absolutely nothing that you can do about the love that we exude to you. All right? We are going to be out of here for the night.
And with that being said, just always walk in love, peace, sunshine, and happiness. All those great and wonderful things. And always, 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 even in 2023, remember, it's Team McRae.
All damn day.
Good night, y'all. See you
Happy
tomorrow night.
2023.
Don't forget to watch Coffee with the King.
Bye bye.